All right, greetings from the Space Lounge. I've come from beyond the stars to talk to you about propaganda. Now, we're going to talk about it in the context of the First World War, but these propaganda techniques are still used every day today on us, okay? Through television, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook for old people. You're being marketed to all the time. And I want to give you the 7 basic categories of how they'll try to sell you stuff. All right. The first one's probably the simplest. Okay. It's called testimonial. And we get a well-known person or a celebrity or a respected person like Yi, right? Former presidential candidate, to endorse Adidas. Now, sometimes just their picture by the logo, by the branding, has the effect. Sometimes they film a live commercial. They'll actually endorse the product and say, I use this, I like this. So Yi likes Adidas and Bron likes McNuggets. And Beyonce wants us to drink Pepsi, dance, and watch the Super Bowl on February 3rd. Okay. This is a past Super Bowl. All right. And so the hope is I like that person. I'm going to look into that product or that service that they like as well. All right. Pretty basic one. All right. Another basic one and a fun one, glittering generalities. Okay. You put up lots of appealing words and images and things that create feelings, but don't necessarily have any evidence to back them up. Right. So Doritos, now better tasting. Was it awful before? Is it 9% better tasting? How are you going to test that? Okay. And Starbucks, the best coffee for the best you. All right. Self-empowerment coffee. Well, this is not Starbucks, so you're not seeing the best Mr. Tuttle right now, and I apologize for that. It is McDonald's coffee, though, so I think LeBron has my back. All right. Transference. Okay. It's very similar, but it's not a direct endorsement. It's taking something you like, usually a thing or an idea, and putting it on a person. It's usually selling the person, sometimes the behavior. Okay. But here we see this is former senator and presidential candidate John McCain, right? And he ran for president against Obama. And you have the big words integrity, we can trust, and we have America. Okay. And then we have John McCain. They want you to transfer this feeling of integrity and trustworthiness onto John McCain. All right. This most famous political logo of the modern age, this hope poster that came out for the Obama campaign in 2007. Again, he wanted to be associated not just with hope, but look how he's looking. He's looking to the future. Okay. Obama really wanted to make a new society, but he couldn't get as close as he wanted. But he was very forward looking. Okay. And wanted people to have hope when they thought about him. And then I'm a big fan of Christina Aguilera and babies and America. So I'll do whatever they want me to do. Okay. So that's transfer. You take something people like or believe in and you project it on a person or a product. All right. And then this one's great. It's kind of a modified version of testimonial. And that is you take a celebrity or something and the celebrity will say, hey, I'm just a regular person. Okay. But what makes me awesome is Wrangler jeans. Okay. That's how Brett Favre won. Well, he won 1 Super Bowl, but that's how he won all those MVPs, is he actually was wearing Wranglers during the game. That made the difference for him. I'm kidding, of course. But then look, Katy Perry, why is she so successful? Well, it's her skincare products. That's why, okay? She's a regular person, except that she uses Proactive, and now she's a megastar, okay? So, hey, these people are just regular like you. It's our product or our service that put them over the top of greatness. So that's plain folks. Bandwagon. You hear this like in anti-drug rallies and anti-drinking rallies and stuff, and peer pressure. Okay, well, it works on everybody. And so bandwagon basically is like, everybody has this. Everybody's doing this. Okay, inevitably you're going to do it. Just do it now. Okay, so Facebook, Twitter, the whole world's doing it. If you're not doing it, you're left out. Okay. McDonald's doesn't do this anymore, but they used to count in very rough numbers how many meals they'd served. And when they got to 99 billion, they stopped because, like, what's the point? But basically saying, look, we feed the world. So, let us feed you too. All right. And also, be on the winning side. Okay. Do what we're all doing. That's Bandwagon. A common one, more and more common as we go further and further into political discord, is name calling. Okay. And you guys do this all the time in class, right? And that's it's like negative transference. Okay. So this is an anti-Obama poster. Obama said some things that people found, to be a little bit elitist or showed a different point of view. And so they replaced hope with snob. Okay. Here is Obama compared to Hitler. Everybody gets compared to Hitler. Okay. There's actually a logical fallacy called Hitlerio ad reductum. No, reductum ad Hitlerio, which is basically this thing exists. Hitler did this thing, so this thing's bad, right? Or you can use the Nazis too, right? Nazis brushed their teeth, so toothpaste is bad. Okay. And both sides compare the other side to Hitler all the time. Okay. And then here's one. Soldiers eat babies. That's a fact. Think of the children. Okay. This is some very effective British propaganda that we'll learn more about. But you see how this is the German soldier. He's got claws, and he's throwing back a baby like the Jabba the Hutt, right? So name calling, snob, Hitler, baby eater. Okay. That's one of the more base forms, but guess what? It works because we're base creatures. All right. And the last one is card stacking. Okay. And card stacking is basically, and we all do this. You put all the positives up front, okay? And you don't talk about any of the negatives or any of the things that might happen, right? So, if you tell your parents, hey, I'm going to a party, okay? But Jenny's parents are going to be there, and it's a lot of kids from school that it's Trevor, and it's Asher, and it's Abby, and it's all these people. You don't tell your parents the whole truth about the party, right? That her parents are only going to be there for the first half, and that other people who they may not trust as much are also going to be there. You put all the best stuff first, and then you don't talk about the stuff that might be bad, right? Kentucky Fried Chicken, no trans fat, okay? Nothing has trans fat in it, okay? Does that mean it doesn't have fat? No. Does that mean it won't make your cholesterol work? No, okay? But it doesn't have this. They might as well say, now with not as much poison, okay? Sugarless gum is good for your teeth, okay? You put all the stuff up front that makes it easy, okay? And like with the satellite TV, they want you to think of all the channels you're going to get, not what a pain it is to get the satellite, get it aligned. It doesn't work when the weather's bad, that kind of stuff. Okay. So, but basically it's putting your best foot forward. It's not inherently dishonest, and we all do it. But when someone presents you with a whole list of positives and you're thinking, why would this not be awesome for me? Think a little longer. What are they not telling you about? What are some of the other things that might not be to your liking? Okay. So there are the 7 types, right? Testimonial. Have a celebrity say they like it. Glittering generalities. Now with wow power, right? Means nothing, but it's exciting. Transfer, something good projected onto someone, right? Plain folks. Hey, we're just regular people. Do this thing, okay? And you'll be great. Bandwagon, we're all doing this. Who are you to not do it as well? Okay. Name calling, it's like negative transference. Okay. And then card stacking, which is just you only talk about the positives. You don't talk about the negatives. So those are your 7 types of modern propaganda, but you'll find looking at these World War I propaganda posters, same techniques were used 100 years ago, more than 100 now. Okay, so there you go. and get to the assignment and let Mr. Tuttle, me, know if you have any questions. All right.